Trump and his magat movement are purging the GOP party of anybody who doesn't show loyalty to Trump. And I don't understand why somebody would show loyalty to a fat ass that doesn't basically show any loyalty in return. Now, during the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan had a big tent philosophy, stressing that someone who agreed with him 80% of the time was an 80% ally and not a 20% enemy. But the former squatter Donald Trump and his maggot movement, in contrast, demand 100% obedience and ideological purity from the Republicans. In an article that was published by Axios on December 9th, reporters Jonathan Swan and Andrew Solander described the Trumpian effort to purify the GOP going into the 2022 midterms and purge it of any Republicans who are not loyal to the maggot movement. Swan and Solander explain that Donald Trump and his associates are systematically reshaping the Republican Party, working to install the hand-picked sycophants across the federal and state governments and destroy those who he feels have not shown any loyalty. Sources close to the former squatter tell Axios. If most or all of Trump's candidates win, he would go into the 2024 election cycle with far more people willing to do his bidding who run the elections in key states. The reporters add, he will also have a well-funded policy and political infrastructure in his own social media ecosystem that was basically Biden's, not Trump's anyway. He's made dozens of endorsements since last year's election, with many more expected ahead of the crucial primaries next year. A veteran Democratic strategist, James Carville, over the years, has been highly critical of the Democratic purity test, saying that elections should be about addition and not subtraction. But in that sense, Carville is bringing Reagan's Big Ten approach to the Democratic Party, and Trump's quest for total, unquestioning obedience to the maggot movement begs the question, does purity tests risk alienating the swing voters in the 2022 midterms? But Swan and Solander put it this way, will his hand in these contests help Republicans sweep to the new majorities in 2022, or will they divide the GOP in brutal primaries that indirectly boost the Democrats in the general election? Trump is tapping his national network of allies, or sycophants as I like to call them, to identify the Republicans who are weak in 2020 because they refuse to go along with his efforts to undermine the election. And basically, he was not happy that they didn't go along with his lie. Swan and Solander report no office has proven to be too small. His apparatus touches everything from unseating governors, members of Congress, state legislators, and secretaries of state to formulating what they call the policy and influencing local school boards. A key part of Trump's maggot purity test is whether or not a Republican embraces the big lie, and that is the false, totally debunked claim that widespread voter fraud caused 2020 election to be stolen from Trump, because we know that the election wasn't stolen. A former Trump sycophant told Axios, we try to get him onto other topics, but you will always get dragged back down. Swan and Solander note that Trump is also going after the few congressional Republicans who have defied him. He has endorsed the primary challengers that are basically running against Senator Lisa Murkowski, who's a Republican. He's endorsed the primary challengers, basically Senator Lisa Murkowski, a Republican from Alaska, Representatives Liz Cheney, a representative from Wyoming, a Republican from Wyoming, Fred Upton, a Republican from Michigan, Peter Meyer, also a Republican from Michigan, and Jamie Hara Butler, who's a Republican from Washington. All of them voted for his impeachment. But Trump's relentless messaging has forged an alternate reality for his followers. 58% of the Republicans in an Axios Ipsos poll last month said that there was enough fraud to change the outcome of the 2020 election, and now he's harnessing that energy. No, there isn't. So basically, there was not enough fraud to overturn the election. But if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.